Multiple choice tests. We all took them. But now there's a new way to measure your kid's brain power. Watch Peter Jennings on ABC's World News Tonight.
So how bad was it in South Florida when the hurricane swept over the region earlier today? Well, we don't know yet. The digging out is still underway, but there are some things that we do know. Packing winds of over 160 miles an hour, the hurricane smashed ashore, pushing a tidal wave before it 12 feet high. Trees were uprooted, houses and vehicles smashed. Homestead Air Force Base was all but destroyed. Electricity was disrupted for over 1,300,000 people, and at least 9 people in the United States were killed. That death toll is expected to climb. Here are some stories about the hurricane's fury from people who lived through it.
Good evening, South Florida. We have survived. It's been the toughest night of most of our lives.
You're leaning up against a wall in a closet, and you can feel it shaking, and you really feel like this is it. But we made it, so that's good, you know? But it was really scary. I wouldn't do it again. Never, ever again. Lock the door, don't even board it up, and just walk out.
I lived here 28 years. It's gone.
The house started to shake real hard, and in the rain, you could hear the rain coming in. And I really didn't think much about it until, you know, it started to get daylight out, and I could see through here there was a lot of light. And I opened up that door, I guess around 6:30. That's when I realized how lucky we really were.
At least I thank God that we're fine, you know?
The roof is just, our whole ceiling has come in. The noise was just unbelievable. I thought we were dead. I didn't think we'd ever survive this.
This is horrible. I've never seen anything like this. The roof just flew right off. The people were screaming. There was 9 people in a little closet, hall closet, and
my daughter said, the ceiling is going to fall. It missed us by this much. So I'm glad to be alive. It was dreadful. Whew.
I lost everything. I almost lost my life.
They're using words like war zone, nuclear bomb, and devastation to describe some of the scenes in the Miami area.
What I saw driving through, I saw houses were torn apart, just areas devastatedly just torn apart.
The eye of the storm hit, and the building basically came apart. It was not a pretty sight, and it was pretty terrifying. The building was actually shaking. The ceiling tiles in the store were actually going up and down from the pressure. And the building, the skylights broke apart, and basically the store filled with water.
We have had some incidents of looting. We've made 17 arrests in the city. There are some guardsmen here. We're expecting more, and we're using them to supplement the police officers. They'll be manning perimeters and also being on the lookout for people violating the curfew. The officers are out there answering calls for service.
This whole section here is loaded video section.
It's all gone. I mean, the shelves were just clear.
All gone. They have a whole lot of, have about 4 fax machines right here, and they're all gone. Audio video section is completely clean. It's all gone.
Could you do anything to stop them? I mean,
nothing. Nothing. When I got here, the cops told me that, you know, they were in here, just run them out. There's nothing they could do to stop them.
I think we're just trying to get over the shock. That's basically what we're doing. We're just getting over the shock, and I think we're all supporting each other because we're all in the same boat.
Those were the stories of people who lived through the hurricane when it hit Miami and the surrounding territory early today. Also in Miami at the moment is Good Morning America correspondent Denise Richardson. Denise, you've been with people all through the day as they've tried to dig out. What has been their experience?
Sam, there are no words to explain what you see. I visited with different families. The Grabers, for example, spent the night in their bathroom. They moved from different parts of the house, fearing that glass would crash in on them, fearing that the wind would get them. And when they came out, they were faced with a ceiling in their living room literally on the floor. Mrs. Graber is pregnant, and she was absolutely devastated by what had happened. The one thing that they all had in common, including another family, the Canales, they said they weren't told to evacuate. And had they been told to evacuate, they would have gotten out there. The Canales family, The husband, the wife, and friends who were visiting, they were holding on to doors for 2 hours to keep the wind from getting to them. And they were totally petrified. They heard these sounds. Projectiles, the tiles from roofs from across the street were acting as projectiles and coming through the windows. You had the ceilings crashing in. All of these sounds going on around them, and they didn't expect to wake up the next day.
Well, Denise, you say they weren't told to evacuate. Is it your impression that, in fact, authorities had not ordered an evacuation where this family was located, or that they hadn't been listening to the radio?
They were listening to the radio, and other areas around them, people were told that they should evacuate, but there was no sign for these folks to do it. And so what they did was stay home. One man, from what I understand, his name is Noel Sands, he almost had a heart attack. And you saw another gentleman just simply sitting in front of his house, rubble, total rubble. And they stayed because they felt they could stay. They felt that their lives weren't in jeopardy.
Thank you very much. Denise Richardson reporting tonight from Miami. And I'll be back in just a moment.
Finally, a chance to get away.
Moments like this call for Gold MasterCard.
We could find a romantic hotel.
In Paris?
It has the added credit you've earned.
We could sneak off to the beach.
Yeah, Maui.
Plus, no card is accepted in more places at home and abroad.
Or we could take a trip we'll all remember.
Wow! Gold MasterCard, the best gold card to master the moment.
Oh, he looked scarier 25 years ago.
Did I?
You looked scared.
I don't know. I thought I hit it well for an innocent groom.
You were innocent for the 60s.
Any regrets?
None. You?
Just one.
What?
That I waited 25 years to give you this.
The 25th anniversary diamond, a brilliant celebration of the loving marriage.
I've got goosebumps.
Well, you've given me goosebumps for 25 years.
The styling of the Infiniti Q45 has a beauty that increases as time passes. The interior offers a lasting pleasure, an enduring luxury, which is important because when it comes to a luxury car, as well as most other things in life, infatuation is easy. True love is what takes a little time.
To save money on a home loan, you can buy a smaller home, make a bigger down payment, or call Savings of America, and we'll show you 3 ways to save. Say you want to borrow $150,000. We have loans that can lower your payments as much as $345 a month in the first critical years, or save you an average of $2,600 in upfront costs, or as much as $121,000 in interest. So to save money on a home loan, call Savings of America, or buy a house in a less expensive area.
During DOC's back-to-school savings event, some people actually dressed like students to get their frames for half off. Now everyone, 8 to 80, student or not, can get our best-selling frames for half off. Plus, you'll get them in 60 minutes or less. And as always, there's no risk because you get 30 days to try your glasses or contacts, and if you're not 100% satisfied for any reason, you'll get your money back. You have my word on it.